3, 2, 1. Alright, the movie we watched today is it's just basically Mr. Mackey, so I'm going to do a Mr. Mackey today.
Yeah.
Hey kids, drugs are bad, okay? It'll lead to 4 different endings that are all very, very tragic, okay?
Looped together by a symbolic gesture, okay?
It's going to be a better...
Harkening back to a sense of loneliness and pre-birth maternal feelings, okay?
Where'd it go? There was a... I didn't even write it down. There was this... we'll talk about it later, but this movie... welcome back to the podcast. I'm already back into talking about it, but...
We're back. We watched 2 heavy-hitting movies in different ways.
Yeah, I guess...
We both thought a lot about these movies, we can agree.
Yeah, for some reason I was in a note-writing mood. Or for Fall Guy, or second one at first. I'm already off my game, bro.
No, I was perplexed by... Okay, do we have any movie news?
I don't think so. I should have thought about that before too, but
Didn't like a Met Gala happen while we were gone?
Yeah. That's just for the sheep.
Isn't really any movie news
That's for the
other than
sheeple right
there
now.
are movies out?
Yeah, I think we're in the dead period.
Shouldn't that be the only movie news? Is that here's the thing,
We can
and not like, look at all these hot people that hate you.
there's not like headlines right now. We need to I feel like during
Let's make up some stuff.
yeah let's get into the industry and start shaking some shit
So
up.
they found dead bodies in Martin Scorsese's backyard.
So yeah, Pizzagate.
And they think one of them's a match for Jimmy Hoffa, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys know this.
Turns out he's been creating.
But he made this movie called The Irishman where he made up this character called Jimmy Hoffa, and then he just, I don't know, found a guy.
That'd be super fun if he was
just like a Zoomer-esque, like geek movie podcast.
Oh yeah.
But we treated it with regular movies.
Like we're the first person to discover like the Jimmy Hoffa murders. Do you know Martin? This wasn't just a movie he wrote.
Really?
This is how he actually did this. Did you know Vegas is a real place? Did you know casino?
We both wear like Spider-Man caps, but mine's like Travis Bickle and yours is like Hal 9000.
This is us just like acting like we're smart as shit. Like we're talking down on everybody while saying like these people don't know. These people don't know.
Dude,
the king of comedy, stand-up comedy is a real thing. Do you know that?
Instead of talking about post-credit scenes, we just talk about credit scrolls. Look, Coen Brothers have the best credit scrolls in the game.
Dude, yeah, we should start getting some real specific annoying critiques. Yeah. They just didn't care about it. They just didn't care about their credit scrolls. You know, it's a good credit scroll.
You know, if you can't make it all the way to the very end of a movie, I don't think you care about movies, folks.
I'm thinking about good credit scrolls now. Monsters Inc. That might be the best movie ever if we're going by credit scrolls.
Oh, for sure. I remember as a kid, that was like the only one I would want to watch.
Yeah,
it was so creative.
Yeah, you started with some nice. Yeah, dude. Come on now. Oh. All right, make your credit scrolls better. That's what we're trying to do.
So that was our movie news. We just lied and slandered many people for many minutes.
We're just fucking around now. But I don't know. Do you want to get in the movies?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to talk about here. So let's start with the movie that's in theaters right now.
Oh, you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that one.
At the tail end of its theatrical run.
I wrote like way too much for that one, but go ahead.
A lot of meat. A lot of dragons to slay about this one.
Let's look at him.
So this Fall Guy came out, I guess, a month ago, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt.
Dude, this movie, some fucking how made me not like Ryan Gosling, bro.
Dudes
are supposed to like Ryan Gosling. This shit was foul.
It's directed by David Leitch, who made one of the Deadpool movies. He made John Wick. He helped make John Wick. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not.
He made Bullet Train, which I don't know if did you watch Bullet Train?
No, was that good?
I actually really liked Bullet Train, but Bullet Train is a contentious movie.
Yeah, he seems like he's pretty good, like decent at directing action, but like
he's real hit and miss with popular opinion.
It's pretty funny that he directed Deadpool because now that I'm realizing it,
I think he did Deadpool too. I thought he did all the Deadpool movies, but apparently there's been a different director every time or something.
In this movie, Ryan Reynolds is like every one of his. I just wanted to punch him. He was such a quippy, air quotes, quippy, clever douche, but like all the fucking none of the things he said were. There was something about it, just like he was he was like always having a smart guy quip at the end of everything he said, and it just kept pissing me off.
Yeah,
this movie made me mad for some reason.
This movie is really confusing.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell if I liked it or not. I still don't know. Like, I think I kind of did, in a weird sense.
Gotta make sure this doesn't play sound, probably will.
There were beats and moments where I was like, I'm kind of liking what they're cooking here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, okay, so for the audience, Fall Guy, it's basically Ryan Gosling plays a stuntman who's down on his luck. He, burned his relationship after an injury that took him out of the game for a little bit. And the woman he's in a relationship, Emily Blunt, she's now directing a movie in Australia, and they're calling him back to do some stunts, but really he's investigating the lead star has gone missing, and he's got to figure out what's going on.
I cannot remember that from the life of me, dude. Like, everything, it was like so predictable too with the lady from Game of Thrones, the hot old lady.
Oh,
She's awesome, bro.
She was also in, like, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, dude, everybody loves her.
She's playing the producer.
She is a bad, bro. She is snatched, as the kids say.
Yeah. This movie makes some very bewildering decisions. Mostly in part by, like, almost all of the half of the characters are bit parts, and the other half of the characters are, like, dimensionless. Who's very... Like, Winston Duke's character.
Who's that?
The stunt coordinator.
Yeah,
helps him fight the guys at one point.
Uh-huh.
His character's just like
I know
trying to like connect movies to this movie. You know, like trying to quote movies. That's like his whole character.
That's something I wrote down as like that really pissed me off about this movie. It's like they try to like. Not that I know how a movie set works, but like this seems like not how a movie set would work. Like they were burning so much daylight with Ryan Reynolds sitting there, just like rewriting the script, Ryan Gosling rewriting the script himself, and like, like what if my character is doing this, and then it is like what the fuck? It was so like
I'm pretty sure that's how movie sets work. Is like there's a lot of squabbling and wobbling. I
feel like they tried to get like so metatextual with this movie.
Yeah,
like,
that's another thing.
They tried to like make a well-written movie, but like
this is the real meat of this movie is that like it's kind of about like the process in a weird way, and that's what really messes with me is that like there are sequences in this movie that feel like raw like homage and adoration of an art form of like stunt. Like when it goes full Miami Vice. There's a scene where Ryan Gosling Ryan Gosling's character is like he's like a longtime stuntman, and like in the plot of the movie he mentions that he did stunts on Miami Vice, and he still has the cool badass leather jacket from stunting for Miami Vice. And there's a scene where he's doing a boat chase at night, and it's shot kind of like an episode of Miami Vice, or maybe the movie. I don't know if
they also did did you see the catch the like Kill Bill kind of reference?
Yeah.
That shit was wild. It was like
it was doing a lot.
That's what annoyed me about this movie, because like they kept like throwing these references in, but like
there were moments that was like, what's going on here? Like they're actually like trying something.
Yeah, it's like it started getting like kind of stylized and kind of like homage, and it was like, oh, that is a Kill Bill reference with like the sword like sticking out like. Well, the rest of the things around it, like that's what pissed me off, because that sequence kind of impressed me with how well they just like did the sound design exactly like the fight scenes from Kill Bill, and like that, like the sound design was a cool homage. And this movie's conflicting for me.
But this movie is not very pretty.
Yeah,
it's very basic to look at.
Yeah,
like whereas all of the like writing and the ideas seem to be really going after something.
Yeah,
anything outside of the stunt work.
Yeah,
the stunt work is amazing.
Yeah, I was like I was trying to watch it on like 1.5 speed.
Yeah, anything else? Oh my god! You gotta stop telling me these things. You gotta stop telling me you're committing cardinal sins.
I'm the movie sin guy. I'm the cinema sins over here.
You're like a film heretic. I have to slay you. I have to crucify you and light you on fire.
That's what this podcast is.
I watched this in a theater.
The film angel and the film devil over here, baby.
two sides of film virtuousness.
Yeah, the film scumbag they call me.
The film shit.
The film shit. Film shitty boyfriend over here.
The film prick. My new mid-2000s YouTube critic show.
Oh, dude,
film prick.
I watched Big Fat Liar the other day. That's kind of similar to this one. Mm-hmm. There's Big Fat Liar kind of does it better. They kind of maintain, like, it's a weird thing. Like, whenever in this Fall Guy movie, like whenever he destroys the camera on that stunt for driving, like the driving stunt, and he hits the camera, he's like, "Don't worry, babe. I'm gonna make the camera." Like, what's the budget of this movie? They're like, this seems like a big blockbuster.
Oh yeah, I think it's also hilarious that
it's like just their dynamic like runs this entire like $100 million shoot. It seems so weird, and everybody's like, all the PAs are like, oh, it's like, let's get to work, bro.
It looks like a $250 million
shoot.
Like I think that's a really funny part that I don't know if it's on purpose or not. Is that the whole like push of like needing to get this movie done because it's the director's like vision, it's like her like, baby, but also like everyone seems to really believe in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a studio project.
Like even as like people are like fighting over unrelated stuff, they're like all like being like, well, the movie would be great. At the end, you're just kind of like, they're making the worst movie in the world.
Yeah, the aliens.
It's like,
who was the actual star?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh yeah,
plays,
the Flash guy or the fast guy.
He was kick-ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was kick-ass, and he was in Bullet Train. He had a great role in Bullet Train.
Aaron
Taylor Johnson,
Bullet Train on the mind today, buddy.
Well, he made Bullet Train, and that's like my previous reference. I'm going to talk about the wrestler in Black Swan when we get to Requiem.
Oh yeah.
But Aaron Taylor Johnson, you can hear his British accent.
Oh,
really?
So
much.
Wait, was that this? Oh no, that's the other movie we're going to talk about. About a bad accent. You know, I'm talking about already in the second movie. Or it's kind of, maybe I could do better. What's his name's?
Jared Leto's New York accent. It comes in and out, but
it seems. I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Let me look through my notes. I said just like this film set feels like a high school. Like it feels like they're just like a high school relationship, like dominating this entire thing.
Yeah, I also didn't like so Stephanie Shu's in this movie, and she's also one of these bit part characters where like she's there for one moment, and it's like most of her characters just like shout at Ryan Gosling and then help Ryan Gosling and then get out of the way.
Wait, which one was she? I can barely.
She was the dog walker. You know when he finds the dog that attacks the balls.
That sounds familiar now. This movie's not very memorable, people.
This is another thing.
Not on my recommended list.
If you didn't like a movie, you black out
dude.
portions of it.
What the fuck happened?
But you know, the girl who was in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in this movie, but she was completely wasted in this movie, much like I think a lot of people, like Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, are wasted in this movie.
Yeah,
they're just... Like, Ryan Gosling's an incredibly funny actor.
Yeah, this should be like... This is like a Ryan Reynolds, like...
Yeah, it's hard not to laugh when Ryan Gosling is, like, doing something that is, like, funny.
Yeah.
Like, Nice Guys, what a movie.
In
this movie, they, like, just cut out all of his fucking, acting, pretty much.
Yeah, there's, like, zero of his strengths being played, too.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, this seems like a movie that was filmed, like, fucking 5 years ago. Like,
they're just sitting on this.
Yeah.
The pandemic happened, they're like, we can't fucking drop this,
they shit this one out. They were like, I looked at show times. I couldn't bring my, like that was one thing I was dreading going to watch this and like having to go watch this in theater. So I was waiting for a little bit and I'm pretty glad I didn't watch it.
Watching it, like I said, there were moments where I was like, okay, this is just full raw, like just trying to communicate like. I don't know what it was trying. It was like it just felt weirdly meta at many points. Like the part where it's like romantic, and they were talking about like Notting Hill and Love Actually, Emily Blunt, Ryan Gosling's character, and they have like this budding romance that they kind of wasted away, and he's like doing like the run down the street to like try to get to her in time and stuff. And it's like I was like, there was a moment where I was like, oh fuck, I'm like excited about this all of a sudden. I don't know why.
I just couldn't buy it. Like I couldn't buy into it. Like when they were doing like the romantic like. Should we do split screens? Split screens are cliche.
That I have a lot to say about, and we'll get to that when we talk about the next movie. Because it's all hinged on it. How good one of those movies treats split screen.
Yeah. It's a very Reddit humor.
Yeah, that Bullet Train also had that criticism.
Yeah.
And where I thought it worked in Bullet Train, where Bullet Train was kind of like...
Is it like pulpy?
Like everyone sucked.
Mm.
Like Bullet Train was just about like a room full of people who are all kind of like criminal assholes.
Yeah.
So when they spout Reddit, it's like it feels right. It's like, of course this dick would like upvote.
Yeah.
And then like repeat the holy shit balls. But here, like when somebody said epic fail or whatever.
Oh, for real.
Someone called that like when Ryan Gosling fell and broke his back. They call that an epic fail. I was like, you shitting me?
This movie was written when Lead Bacon was a huge meme.
Where I think Bullet Train found a way to like duck and like find ways to endear certain points of critique. The Fall Guy just completely like fails every time, which is also funny considering that I'm pretty sure Bullet Train has way less like stunt, real special effects and more VFX CGI going on.
Oh, really? And like,
yeah,
you just like how like does the world just like have a better like tone to it? Is that genuinely?
Yeah, and the art style has like it's like a little more neon.
Yeah,
it's a little more colorful than what Fall Guys got going on.
Yeah, but like that's kind of just what annoys me with this one. Like that it does have like fun like moments, but then like it presents these films. The films, I don't know about film sets, but it's just so annoying. The high school drama in the fucking. Oh yeah, like you think she was was she like a nepo baby? She must have been that's what I also thought. Like this.
Well, she started as a camera operator, so maybe she had enough know-how that they like.
There was a Weinstein incident.
I mean, this guy was a stunt guy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "You want to make John Wick?
Yeah.
We'll trust you to do it." So this is pretty much the story of John Wick. I think.
They're really telling.
Yeah, this is what this guy thought John Wick was, and that's why I'm happy he didn't make any other John Wick movies than the first one.
Is John Wick good action? Like,
John Wick
everyone
is
loves John Wick. So
awesome.
I need to turn my brain off.
Gets a little too much at times.
Yeah.
Like it's like, all right, he's done the same thing for the 80th time.
Yeah.
But when it's like really hidden, it's really hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, we forgot to do ratings for the last ones.
Yeah, what were they?
I'll give
Challengers.
Hundreds of Beavers a 9 and Challengers an 8.
I give Challengers a 5 out of 5, and Hundreds of Beavers like a 4.5 out of 5, but with a little heart next to it.
Oh, that's the cute heart. If it's a cute movie, it gets a different rating. If it's a pass-fail on the cuteness scale.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any other thoughts on Fall Guy?
Fall Guy is just...
It pissed me off. It makes me mad to talk about it. But.
Yeah. I got mad that I, was so unsure at the end. When at the end I was like, I couldn't decide if I liked it or not, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Most people should spend less than 10 minutes thinking about this. Most people should spend less than 30 seconds thinking about this movie. And ever since I watched it, I've just been like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what is it trying to do? Was it trying to say something? I don't think so. What if it was trying to say something dumb?
Yeah,
but what about that thing?
Yeah. There's so many movies that you feel smart for wanting to rewatch or try again, but I want to rewatch this and I feel bad about it.
Yeah, I feel bad. I want to rewatch it, and when I do, I'll feel like the dumbest man on the planet.
I feel like I'll be further away from the truth.
Because even if my more optimistic opinion is true, that still doesn't mean I want to watch it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, this is one of the most fucking complicated movies I've ever seen. It's fucking Synecdoche, New York, brother.
It's just this is someone who's clearly either way too capable, or less capable than we thought.
I've always wanted to walk around a film set. Having some troubles here. These movies always interest me. What would it be like to walk around one of these sets where it's like on a film set, and and like it's happened, or like they're, I don't know. Wait, like I don't know. That's probably not interesting, but like you ever had that like autistic thought of like how what it would look like with an actual film set behind, and they're doing like a film set on screen. Sure, I always want to see what the organization.
Well,
process.
sometimes I'm watching a movie and I'm like, how is there a set surrounding this?
Yeah, this seems like hard to set up itself.
Yeah, I just feel like
what does Requiem mean?
It's like a musical thing.
Yeah, it sounds okay. We're gonna talk about Requiem for a Dream. It's quiet enough now.
A mass for the repose of the souls of the dead.
That's the official.
Yeah, so it's like a mass.
So it is
for the dream. That's why it's called Requiem for a Dream, because of how the movie's like the dream didn't happen.
Oh,
died.
Dude, I love me a fuck. This, what was the comparison? Damn, I thought about it earlier. What was the movies we watched before? There was one you liked that I didn't like.
From last episode?
One of the movies we watched together.
Magnolia.
This is my Magnolia. It's got the fat trimmed out of it.
This thing's.
I heard a thing that what's his name, Paul PTA. Yes, he would like if asked if you could re-release that movie, how would you cut it? I was like, dude, I would trim the fuck out of the thing. He said, maybe I would like that. I would love to see another cut from him.
I like how bloated it is, man.
Yeah,
it's just like it confidently is like, we're gonna say this much bullshit, and you have to sit through it and take it seriously.
Yeah, but this one was the pace that I kind of wanted out of Magnolia, if I'm being honest. But yeah, this movie was a dream. I don't know, it was really fun.
This movie rules.
We don't have to go to the notes yet. I have a fun thing to talk about later. But I just love the different angles it comes from, like different angles of like drug, like the opioid epidemic, and the like how different people were affected, how the youngins and the oldins and the women's and the men's and the blackses and the whiteses.
Yeah, it's also about like loneliness.
Yeah.
And like. Just wanting to like do well for the people you're connected to.
Yeah.
And like
kind of fucking failing.
Make up on promises and such.
It's cool how like the opioid fucking industry like kind of like it's the one thing that they all have in common, but they're all like driving each other. It's like driving everyone apart.
Yeah.
Like the kid or the mom, like spoilers, the mom like starts doing the weight loss pills because she's like lonely because the kid's leaving to go fucking sling heroin. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I wanted to whenever him and Jared Leto and Marlon? No. Which one is it? Damon?
Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
It's in this one.
Whenever him and Jared Leto were going to sell heroin, like Marlon Wayans was like selling, and then it like switched to Jared Leto. I thought it was gonna be funny if like no one came to buy her.
Oh, because that would have been pretty funny.
That would have been so awesome. But yeah, I don't know. Jared Leto, he's a pretty motherfucker. I can't be mad at him.
Oh yeah, he's maximum cuteness in this.
When he's not like talking, I guess he's not annoying, but yeah.
I think it's funny that he looks younger than he did in Fight Club, which he made like 2 years before this movie came out. The drug use scenes, they're pretty good. They were like Breaking Bad tier. Yeah.
Of like Breaking Bad probably got inspired by those.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this movie it's a visual feast. Most of like what really speaks about this movie is that it's doing a lot visually.
Yeah.
It's really hammering in that like this is a visual storytelling.
Yeah.
And in a way that's like when I watched Fall Guy first.
Yeah.
And so when I watched Fall Guy, and I was like initially like pretty optimistic on it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it didn't look great. It wasn't necessarily like a great product, but I think it did some weird, cool shit that wouldn't otherwise happen with like other people involved, maybe.
Yeah.
Then I watched Requiem for a Dream. And was like, oh, this is like a movie that's like trying.
Yeah. Damn it! We're thinking about Fall Guy gets me pissed again because like they try to like synthesize the trying with the Kill Bill reference and the love movie references, but
yeah, And
they've seen other movies that reference other movies, and that's a formula now, and it pisses me off for some reason.
and one way like I can just easily think of that like just pulls these two movies apart, that Fall Guy does itself, like Fall Guy seppukuing itself with this point, is there's a scene in Fall Guy where Ryan Gosling's character gets a call from Emily Blunt's, and it goes into a split screen.
Yeah.
And the conversation is she's arguing with him about whether or not to use a split screen between a conversation between the tumultuous love interests in the movie she's making. So yeah, that's another thing. The movie they're making is basically a metaphor for her and Gosling's
and they just keep writing it as they go.
Yeah, and it keeps changing as they change. And right now at this point they're like not doing too good. They're like arguing and stuff. So like her point is like, I think a split shot would be great for this scene where they're talking and arguing because there's this barrier between them. And Ryan Gosling would be like, but like
they're pulling the curtain back.
I think there's more hope here, and like maybe there's a blur to that barrier, and they're actually closer than they. And they're just doing this argument where basically they're using the split screen on face value what it's physically doing.
Yeah.
Which is so lazy and like they're just describing what a split shot is, and like pretending to create some kind of like how it looks in visual storytelling. To
the average like non-film genius like ourselves.
Yeah.
This shit is probably revolutionary. And that's what pisses me off, bro. People.
Yeah. Like this would feel smart to people who didn't look twice. You know what I mean? But Requiem for a Dream has a scene that uses a split screen, and it's Jared Leto's character and Jennifer Connelly's character, who after having sex, they're like cuddling and talking to each other about how much they love each other and their future together.
Yeah.
And the split screen is used. Okay, so first off, in the Fall Guy, the split screen is used as Ryan Gosling's perspective and Emily Blunt's perspective. So them talking to each other and doing things. And by the way, they're also doing the exact same thing. They're like, sitting down at the same time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, wow, very nice. They're doing the same, but they've got the split in between.
Wow.
Whoa.
They're so
it's like they
destined.
just mentioned that. But in Requiem for a Dream, the split screen is the right screen is focusing on whoever's talking, and it's either Jared Leto or Jennifer Connelly, and they're both looking at each other in the eye. And the other perspective is being used to show their hands as they're kind of moving across different parts of the body.
It's like,
and it's crafting this very interesting, complex scene that you wouldn't get just out of a straight shot of them cuddling, where you're seeing like they're so focused on each other and talking to each other and being so into each other, but you are also aware of like the physical sensation that like they're being very intimate and soft with one another. Like it's like this is like they're both fully invested in that.
Definitely.
And they're not using the split screen as like this physical barrier, but like here's like this fully encompassing moment that's hard to describe just with words, where like you're talking with your partner very in love, but you're also like, you can feel their hand on your body and it's nice.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to portray that. I think this movie does it pretty effectively, just very quickly like that.
I definitely agree with that. The funny thing I've been giggling about to myself is that a comparable like thing that's shot the same way is the Drake and Josh like intros. Like whenever they're talking, their hands will be like peeling an apple or something. Yeah. I'm just imagining Drake and Josh in this song.
Just that scene, but it's with the arrows going.
And rock music playing.
Oh, my arm's fucked up from the heroin.
Requiem for a Dream shot like Drake and Josh. Megan sold us heroin.
Megan took all the heroin out of New York City. We were gonna make it big. Big!
Josh Peck is kind of George Costanza.
Yeah, he's like a shitty, fat, evil.
Is he bad now?
Yeah, let's just say that.
I think
Drake's
good.
I think Drake's looking into it. Yeah, I think Drake's a good guy.
Josh was lying on his ass.
Yeah, I
saw on that Patrick CC guy that makes YouTube.
I don't know anything about Drake Bell, but if I were to guess, I would say he's a virtuous man married with many kids, and Josh Peck is like a sinful homosexual.
Dude,
Up to bad stuff with bad people in a bad crowd. He's probably had his Requiem for a Dream a long time ago.
Oh yeah. The Peck name.
This movie's about Josh Peck. It's a metaphor for Josh Peck when he started having gay sex in Nickelodeon.
This is how they got him into it. Josh Peck was actually the fifth story that they cut out. They were gonna.
The fetal position pose at the end was his first time bending over to get fucked.
That was his first time finally drinking the Kool-Aid.
Just finally letting another man slide in.
I don't know if that can be the clip, but that's funny. we got chill for the clip, bro. We got chill. No,
okay, so this movie's really funny. Not really funny, really good. It's not funny at all. It's like terrifying.
It's so fucking tragic.
This movie is incredibly visceral. There were moments I had to look away. Like all the scenes where Jared Leto's arm gets infected.
Oh, dude, that shit. And it was shooting
I could not
still.
look at that. And it was really difficult watching the Jennifer Connelly and the mother's character scenes.
Yeah.
Ellen Burstyn, I think is her name.
Oh, the orange dyed hair mother. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. But what the one thing that I love about this movie is the doctors, the medical industry. How
uncaring.
Yeah, I love that. Like they have at first they have the fat, ugly, balding doctor that's like, yeah, just take this. But then, like, later, they have her go into, like, a nice, like, hunky, handsome doctor. And he's like, here, just take this. He's, like, still doing the same thing.
They're just doing the exact same thing.
It's all fucked up. Like,
they're just doing procedure until they can get to using the grant money for the experimental electroshock therapy procedure.
Oh, my God, he was so hyped to sign her up, dude. He probably got so much money from that.
Yeah, he probably got a nice little $500 bump at the end of the month.
They probably got so much money off these, like, random crackheads they would create. And that's it. I love how much of an indictment of the opioid epidemic, kind of just treatment of people in society. It's very nice critique of that.
Yeah. So this movie, if you aren't following, it's Darren Aronofsky, and the plot is basically Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Tyrone are a trio of oh my God. Sorry, Marlon Wayland's playing a character named Tyrone.
Oh yeah.
Can you shoot me? Can you shoot me for that? Can you kill me? So Marlon Wayland's as a character named Tyrone. They're all heroin addicts. And they're just trying to. They have like this idea of like if we play it straight and we can sell heroin the right way, we can save up and just live on the straight and narrow on Easy Street.
Yeah.
And Jared Leto's mom, who's played by Ellen Burstyn, she's
fucking amazing.
Yeah, she's like an older grandma type, Jewish grandma type.
Yeah.
And but she gets a call that like she's gonna be on TV, on like a motivational show.
Her motivations were so sad, bro.
Yeah, her scenes were the most
visceral, tragic,
the most intense.
She was in that room for. Oh yeah, the fridge shit was so. That was like scary as fuck, actually.
Crazy. Listen, we could do a whole breakdown of her character. We could do that. Let's do that.
Go ahead.
So her character, the mom of Jared Leto, heroin addict. Her whole thing is that she's very lonely. Her husband died like recently, I guess, like a couple of years ago at least. Yeah. Her son's, on heroin, and
he's just a fucking narcissist. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and his like way to get heroin is he keeps pawning off his mom's TV.
Yeah.
And she just gets it back.
They know the pawn shop guy.
Yeah, it's the same pawn, and he just gives it back to her. Yeah. Just like for $20, But so she gets this call. They're like, you're going to be on television. We're going to send you the application. You'll be a contestant on a show or something. Which is like, she's very excited by that, and she wants to fit into a red dress that she wore at Jared Leto's character's graduation. Yeah. Which was also like, I think probably the last time the three of them, him, her, and the deceased father were like together, had a happy moment. So it's all wrapped in this, and she's like, it's been a couple of years, she's like put on some pounds, so she can't wear the dress.
Yeah.
So she starts these diet pills, which are pretty much this like speed.
I love the way they like just shoot and like play her hunger. She's just like sitting there like eating the little fucking insane meal. There's like no calories whatsoever.
It takes
like,
no time. It just disappears.
She just fucking drinks like black coffee, grapefruit, and like an egg or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And like, dude, and like the way she like just sitting there and like she's like a great actress, dude. She was like her facial expressions.
There was some incredible acting coming from her.
Good. She was
there's
good.
a scene where her and Jared argue for a little bit, and she goes into this monologue that, oh my god, just tore me to pieces.
Yeah.
Where she was like just explaining why she was doing all these diet pills and trying to lose weight to get on TV.
Yeah, and Jared Leto's just like railing her,
just like how fucked up her life
is.
Where
doing?
she's like,
what are you fucking, fucking come back home and stop selling heroin, dickhead.
I mean, it's just like all these characters are fighting loneliness more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like way more than they are fighting whatever addictions they may or may not have.
Yeah. They're like they're like so much more scared.
Yeah,
of the
because if you notice at the end of the movie, none of them beat anything.
Yeah, it's a very tragic ending. That's what I like about it. This is a tragedy movie.
Yeah, this is an incredible. One of my roommates came in while I was watching it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember watching this movie. Just a bunch of trauma porn."
Yeah. Okay.
And it's. Well, I mean, at a certain at the very
sorry.
like at the very end of the movie, they're like firing at all cylinders, and you could arguably call that trauma porn.
The David Wayans storyline is kind of.
Yeah, that's
the mom. Yeah. He was kind of like a way too much of a weird degree of mama's boy, but like I mean I guess like not to did he like lose his mom? What happened?
I think he made a promise to like get his mom's life right, or like get his life right and like get a house for his mom and all that stuff, and she probably died before then. So it was like just like I gotta do this for mom, like my last promise to her.
What happened to him? Did he end up going to jail?
He went to jail, and they were racist to him, and they worked him until he like got sick and vomited, and it was just
so.
I almost want to argue like what happened to Damon Wayans is worse than anybody else.
Yeah,
because he got arrested in the South.
Yeah.
Where he was put in a private prison where they made him work in a mashed potato plant.
He was living that life with Eddie Murphy.
And he was just with like imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be like you live in New York where it's cold.
Yeah.
And you get arrested in like Georgia or wherever they were. Mm-hmm. And now you just live in the heat. You're withdrawing from heroin.
And
you're just basically been enslaved by the private prison system.
Yeah. You ever watch
like
Life?
At least the old lady had like a life before she got hooked on appetite suppressants.
Yeah,
like Marlon Wayans was just doing heroin with his
Marlon
dumb
Wayans.
white friends.
Is Jared Leto the villain? I want to make him the villain.
The villain.
There's no, I don't know. The villain's
the villain was America.
Opioid, shit, yeah.
The villain was the medical industry.
Jared Leto's smug little cute face.
Yeah.
Fuck him. One thing that was funny about this movie, they tried to make Keith David ugly. Come on now.
Yeah.
Keith
David was a pretty scary guy.
Yeah, he was scary, but
yeah.
I feel like they tried. It was like a rape scene, but it's a handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shout out Keith David.
That's what Jennifer Connelly is doing some great acting.
Yeah, she was really good.
Just like
strung out.
Like she's so addicted.
Yeah.
But she's also like doing like it's not like she wants to do all this stuff. It's like it's very harrowing to her that like she's she loses like I guess a principle that she might have had or like it's just well at the very end she got put in a situation she didn't even ask for in the first place.
Yeah.
Like oh god.
Like that wild sex
terrible.
Party. Yeah. Her scene, like you can just see like her like morals versus like her physical addiction. She's like lying there in bed like writhing, waiting for Jared Leto to get back. Once she like realizes he's back without drugs, she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That was her. Yeah, her. What did Mark Margolis do? What was he?
He was the pawn shop owner.
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know.
Yeah, this movie's got a couple of people in it.
Send me my TV back, Hector. I don't know. So you got any more thoughts on this? I'm just going slowly. Oh yeah, or did I ever say the Sopranos set?
No.
that boardwalk reminds me of Tony's Dreams, dude.
Oh yeah.
Every time I see it, Sopranos. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, the music.
Oh yeah.
I did not this was my first watch of Requiem for a Dream, so I did not realize that like one of the main theme of this movie is like one of the songs that got really popular on like the internet for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you ever remember going on YouTube as a kid and you'd like watch like epic COD montage or like you know, epic moments from history, Lego stop motion animation, action.
This movie's a piece of history. Like,
and it would just play that music.
Yeah.
It has a completely different vibe for it because like the way those YouTube videos used it was like, this is epic.
Yeah.
People are killing each other. It's awesome.
Yeah,
this movie, it's like
this is a great context.
Everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
This,
it's like catastrophe music.
You can't send help. You just gotta watch.
Yeah, it's like a siren at the a fucking like morning siren or some shit in this movie. How would you compare it to Mother or what's the other one you saw?
Other Aronofsky?
Black Swan.
I think The Wrestler might still be my favorite work of his.
Yeah, I think I put that above.
Just because I think The Wrestler is like kind of the same idea, not necessarily like the loneliness and like losing something, and this one's way more visually compelling than The Wrestler.
Yeah.
But The Wrestler's just like it's not as ham-fisted near the end.
Yeah.
Where I do think that benefits Requiem, where it gets so ham-fisted because like trying to describe
with a bunch of characters,
like rock bottom and this like living nightmare they're all putting themselves through.
Yeah.
But the rest I just think it's like a little more subtle. It's like a little more dour.
Yeah. And there's like one character you can like slip like I don't know how like has Mickey Rourke done other things? He was really good in that.
Yeah, he's been in stuff.
Wait, wasn't he in Iron Man?
He had a very terrible role in Iron Man.
Yeah.
He was like a dude that had like electric whips, and the only trick he could do was fake jump rope them. Because like they were two separate whips, they were not together.
Yeah.
So he would like whip them as if they were jump ropes and like kind of do the jump rope jump, but like he wasn't jump roping. Like he was never in any danger of them hitting his legs. You know, it's just stupid.
Going off on a tangent, I remember people hated Iron Man 3, but I liked whenever they were talking about what happened in Avengers. It was fun.
Any movie where people are like, man, people were really controversial about it. Like, people said this movie sucked, but I liked it. And then I remember liking it, but I only liked it because I was 11.
Yeah.
When I watched it,
I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch Iron Man 3
It's probably terrible.
Yeah, it was probably...
What are you saying to me? We were 11. You can't have the same opinions you had when you were 11.
I'm fighting to keep them, dude.
I also thought America owned the whole world.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
And, well, hey.
Oh, hey,
hey, just, hey, you know.
The globalists. We're turning to an Alex Jones podcast.
Like, I don't know if I ever want to share the same opinions I did when I was the same age where I was like, yeah, I'm straight.
Back when
like I want to review everything from then, especially if I got that wrong real bad.
I need to review all the wrestling I used to watch, every single match I watched back then. Make sure I know it's good. I was watching a Chris Benoit documentary with my lady the other day, or earlier today. It was really fun. But
she got that wrestling lifestyle, or was that?
No, I'm trying to get her on to it.
Please.
I was trying to get her. She loves true crime. It's fun. I tried to get her on some true crime shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of true crime in wrestling.
Yeah, it's pretty much Requiem for a Dream. Fucking Chris Benoit was pretty much one like another. That's funny to say. Just like there's like a bunch of fifth stories to this movie.
Yeah,
Chris Benoit was one of the fucking drug stories that went awry. He was the other son of the mother. Yeah. I love the scenes of the TV kind of coming out and invading her world and
where they just mock her and hate her,
like
instead
of
like
the perfect version of herself is like, oh, you're gross.
You suck.
Yeah, like what is this? And that was very well done. And it's like it was cool how like I don't know if she like actually lost weight or what, but she like her body transitions. Like what she becomes at the end. Yeah, it's like
her
really
transformation. It's
very interesting. Yeah, she was like bone thin by the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. We're fucking cooking up a banger here.
There we go.
All right, let's look up a review or two. Or you got any more Requiem? Oh wait, let's review these or
Number these.
number these. Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy, I'll charitably.
I have to give it a 2 or 1
I'll
because
give
I'm pissed at it.
I'll give it 2.5 out of 5.
I'm going 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
And this one, I'll give it a nice 9er. Delta 9er. Yeah, definitely. I can't remember. I need to start cataloging our fucking ratings so I can look back at them because I'm always curious what I gave them. I guess I could use an app for that.
Yeah.
I'll get the IMDb. Fuck Letterboxd.
Letterboxd is so fun, man. I don't know.
You looking up Fall Guy? What you looking up?
I'm looking at Fall Guy.
Okay. We'll be back.
Okay, we got one for Requiem for a Dream.
Okay, yeah. This one,
it's got 1 star out of 10.
McGregor loves the split screens, but this the title of this one apparently making sense is optional if you have a split screen. It baffles me how Aronofsky has managed to fool audiences and critics to rave about not 1 but 2 nonsensical stories in the past few years. If you manage to keep your cool, wait, what is he talking about? Did he do one before this?
What? Yeah. Let me look that up.
This is from 2002. Nonsensical stories in the last 2 years. If you manage to keep your cool under the barrage of imagery thrown at you from frame 1, you should be able to spot plot holes in this film so large that they make Pie's nonsensical ending look like a plausible.
Oh, he's talking about Pie?
Is that Life of Pi?
I haven't seen Pie. No, there's just a movie called Pie.
What bothers me most with these, apart from the fact that they make this film essentially pointless, is the fact that they are all simply to justify some supposedly shocking value visuals. I can't help it. I must provide a list.
I must provide a list.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Oh, he's got examples. Yeah. He's got sources.
Here he goes to the hospital. He's got an arm cure. Wait.
Oh, he's nitpicking. He's doing CinemaSins on Requiem for a Dream.
Here he goes to the hospital. He is obviously getting a doctor spots him with a drug and calls the police without tending to the arm first. It's an indictment, bro. It's an indictment of the medical industry.
It's because
that's what they do. They're crackheads.
Yeah, it's because he's like, I don't want to treat this drug addict.
Yeah, they think they're gonna get fucking AIDS, bro. Yeah. This is how they treated people,
yeah,
brother.
He's like, he can't pay. He doesn't have health insurance.
This guy, 2002, he was part of the problem. This is probably part of the fucking the industry here. He's probably
this guy's a pharmacist.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical industry is right here.
Yeah, this guy pawns off diet pills he manipulates old women.
This man sold like 15 shock therapies back in his day.
Yeah, this guy's defending his craft.
He was in the fucking. He was the doctor. He was the Hanson doctor.
Yeah.
Dude, my lake house is sick. You should come see it.
Do you think there's some 2 super retired doctors?
Oh man.
Just like complaining to their sons, like, "Oh, we had it good, but then that fucking movie Requiem for a Dream ruined our fucking business. Nobody wanted my diet pills. No more."
Yeah, dude. I'm sure Requiem for a Dream really took down the pharmaceutical industry. I'm sure they're hurting these days. It'd be funny if this movie was the Blazing Saddles of the fucking pharmaceutical industry, and it's just like everyone.
These are addictive. The second list is talking about how Keith David's character won't sell his heroin, but he'll trade it for sex. And it's like,
dude.
It's like,
he's got the money, brother.
And he's like, this guy, like, what a dumb idea. And it's like, hey man, he wants to manipulate women with drugs so he can sexually assault them. Yeah, that's why he's doing it. He's not doing it for money.
Yeah, some people just want to watch the.
He wants to attract women that are so desperate for heroin they'll have sex with him so he can do even worse shit to them.
Yeah,
Did you not watch the movie?
Do you not know about the elites? Do you not know what the elites?
He's not even elite. He's just a guy.
the people with money, they get up to stuff, bro. Come on.
People without money get up to stuff. You know how many people fuck chickens?
Oh, yeah.
Just farmers.
The elite chicken fucking rings, brother.
Yeah, you think Mr. Hands was a Boeing engineer. Wait a minute.
Holy, hold on. We're cracking this thing.
Dude,
we gotta chill. We can't crack too much open on this one.
That horse is now on a ranch owned by the Clintons.
Dude.
Crazy to think about.
I'm shaking.
So all the low reviews for the Fall Guy is whatever. But here's one that really speaks to me because it really makes me understand, like, you know, what young people are up to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the next generation of movie watchers and opinion havers are gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
This person gave it a 5-star review.
Mm-hmm.
They said, just like Ghosted, but with better cinematography.
What's Ghosted?
Do you remember? Ghosted is an Apple TV original where, like...
The internet movie?
No, it's, Ana de Armas and Chris Evans are having, like, a romantic comedy with, like, some kind of ghost element to it. I don't remember.
That sounds kind of familiar.
But, it looked like neither of them were in the same room at any given moment. In every image that I've seen of the movie, which are not many, but it just looks like one of them is green screened in at every scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, this person's probably like a 16-year-old maybe.
Wait, so they said they liked that
No,
movie?
no, they hated it. But I think it's interesting that this person saw this movie and instead of forgetting about Ghosted, knew enough about Ghosted to see this movie.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, well, this one has better cinematography.
Oh, so Ghost is the one that they're like, damn, that was their previous best
just to
movie.
even be like, the Fall Guy has cinematography.
Yeah. Okay, we're stepping up from Ghosted. They're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, just to say that the Fall Guy has cinematography other than just being ugly.
Yeah.
Because the Fall Guy has terrible cinematography.
Yeah.
The first scene in the movie where it's a oneer for no reason and it just looks really ugly and uncomfortable.
And he's just doing a bunch of Reddit quips.
Yeah, he's like drinking a
coffee.
coffee and he's like hitting on his girlfriend over a
He's
walkie-talkie while his other co-workers are just near him.
Yeah, everybody's like following the stunt guy around. The stunt guy, like, I love how they act like he doesn't have leading man actor face like Ryan Gosling.
Well, he also has like hotshot, confident energy.
Yeah, it's like
really funny.
he's also like lead actor, like energy at the same time too. It's like he acts like they're acting like he's just like an ugly stunt guy.
Yeah, but it's just funny that it's like, okay, so like, this would be like if like I had seen, I'm just trying to think like where the way I would have said something as weirdly like bizarre as this.
It's like
It's like
Kung Fu Panda 3.
Justice League is a lot like.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on Zack Snyder's fucking overrated dumbass.
Well, that was Joss Whedon, dude.
I'm
Even worse, Zack Snyder.
Wait, isn't Joss? He's canceled?
I'm sure he did something terrible.
Yeah, I remember. I know Zack Snyder like blamed a bunch of his like failures on Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder funded genocide in Polynesia or whatever.
I'm just the whole.
He did the film nerd equivalent of
the whole thing with Zack Snyder. Like everyone acts like he's a visual director. He loves the visuals. He's a cinematographer at heart. Like, dude, his movies look like
he doesn't do
shit.
he does 3D sculpting.
Yes, dude, it looks.
That's not visual movie making.
Like everybody.
Visual movie making is editing. It's framing. What he's doing is he's like, I'm making a beautiful 3D art sculpture, but beautiful in the same way that like wood carving is beautiful.
Yeah, it's like so uncanny.
Like he wishes people cared about like physical visual media.
Yeah.
He wishes people like cared about the Statue of David because he would make a fake one that you could go to in VR.
He would probably
is actually bad. That it's actually just a bunch of sci-fi gobbledygook and visual fuzz.
He would probably be like so good at making the Blender 3D porn.
Yeah, he wishes he could be paid to make personal projects in Blender.
Yeah, he could be like he would make like fucking.
Yeah.
Like Rich Furry.
Yeah, he's like, what if we made a statue of a sci-fi alien warrior, but instead of
he's fighting
100,000 polygons, I used 100 million polygons, and it's like, well, it still doesn't look like anything real.
Why do you need that?
It still has no core ideas, Zach.
Does this come
He's
together?
He's like, I would like to have $200 million to get this dream accomplished.
Martin Scorsese said I'm so good.
Yeah. He's like, what if I made Star Wars?
Quentin Tarantino said I'm so good.
What if I made Star Wars, but it all took place in tents?
Yeah, we could.
What if Star Wars was a tent drama?
You wanna get into that one day? We could.
Rebel Moon. You want to do a Rebel Moon 2-parter?
Oh, good lord! I don't know if I could stomach it. That would piss me off to watch. Speaking of recommendations, I think we're good.
Yeah, let's talk about our next two movies.
Sign off. Hour 54, whatever. We're gonna watch Jerry Seinfeld's 2024 Unfrosted.
His big late career opus. Kind of like The Killers of the Flower Moon, or The Boy in the Heron of Jerry Seinfeld.
I thought it was like his Irishman. It was like him and his friends all saying together, because they're saying goodbye one last time. Fuck Killers of the Flower Moon. The Irishman should have been the retirement.
His grown-ups too.
This is Well,
we're also gonna watch Furiosa.
Was that what we're doing? Oh
yeah,
that's what we're doing. Okay, yeah. Furiosa.
You've seen Mad Max Fury Road.
I might have to watch all the Mad Maxes.
You're gonna. All of them would be great.
How long
But
is?
Fury Road is probably the only necessary one.
Who made Fury Road?
George Miller, the same guy who made Furiosa, and also the original Mad Max, and I think all of the Mad Maxes, maybe.
Okay.
And also Babe, Pig in the City.
Is this looking like a cash grab, or is it looking like a good continuation?
Well, Mad Max Fury Road was awesome,
Yeah.
and was definitely not a cash grab. So I'd imagine Furiosa is the same.
When did Furiosa come out?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna go to a theater and see it.
Oh God! Wait, will it still be in? I gotta take a time too.
Came out like a.
I'll pay for it.
Actually, I think it came out yesterday.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry guys. This is a little peek behind the curtain. Wait, Furiosa showtimes.
No, don't look at those two dumb stoners Googling on podcast time. Don't look behind that curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like they.
Yeah, it's all over the place, man.
All right, so you figure out an outro. Say something funny.
I think. Oh yeah. We should in the right future where America fixes all the problems it's got and saves the world and we all come together in harmony. It would be punishable by death to be caught streaming any of the Deadpool movies.
Oh shit! They're gonna come after me, bro.
After watching The Fall Guy, that's what I believe.
I've been watching cam rips, dog.